I unmuted here.
You gotta turn the camera.
Join the audience.
It's
Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Board of Fire Commissioners meeting for May 11th, 2023. We could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence for all of our fallen brothers and sisters in the service. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay. We'll send a paper around for the roll call. Approval of minutes from April 13th, 2023 meeting.
I reviewed the past meeting minutes from April 13th. No issues, no corrections or deletions.
Commissioner Snyder's okay?
What was that, a motion?
Yo,
I would like to make a motion. Yes, we
Okay.
accept the meeting minutes as read.
second,
And I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Oh,
We okay, Nico? There you
got it.
go. All right, now we're good. There we go. Okay, approval of minutes. We just did that. Public participation. Anyone from the public like to speak? Now's your chance. You also have another chance to do it at the end of the meeting. Anybody? Anybody online? Nobody else online. Okay. Communications.
I have the monthly reports from Chief Traumer, Chief Regina, and the fire marshal. There were 38 fire responses / incidents for the month of April. And to date, there's been the fire department has responded to 694 fire / incidents. So Chief's report, very well put together, Chief. Training for Chief Regina. You guys have, have always covered just about anything and everything. I attended the live burn a couple of weeks ago, and just outstanding response from the number of members that we have that took part in the drill. And the fire marshal's report. DJ, is there anything you want to add to your report? Or talk about?
Sure, we are, we're getting really busy with inspections of the new buildings, the new construction. I know I've said it a few times at a couple different meetings, I don't know if it's been here, but, the 3333 site has no water and no sewer. They built all those buildings before MDC would give them the approval. It was supposed to be done last October. So that's been kind of an ongoing discussion of how is the fire department going to handle any fire response there? But from an insurance perspective, their insurance company is not very happy that they're framing those buildings in the back, being that they're all wood construction with no fire protection means on the property. So they brought in some tankers. They're not going to be very effective. Their original plan, I believe, called for 11,000 gallon tankers. They couldn't get that, so they brought in two 4,000 gallon tankers. So by the time the fire department gets there and tries to hook up to them and, sprays about 2 minutes worth of water, they're out.
Your SOL.
So there's definitely some concerns surrounding that site. We're doing pretty much weekly drive-throughs and meetings and trying to just keep up to date. There are 2 floors. We've got 2 floors built of that first building. So the stairs are in, which is good. They're not accessing via ladder. But those sites are keeping us busy. 550 Cedar Street, they're calling for inspections. They can keep moving. The hotel framing, you'll see the hotel. So we're kind of running around making sure we don't hold up any sort of construction. And then the other thing is that I didn't get a chance to put in the report is Mike Salonia, one of our per diem guys, due to some personal issues, has taken a leave of absence. So we will, I'll talk to you guys after overnight. Yeah, for 6 months into that.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
So
you.
in our new trucks in service.
Oh,
great.
nice.
Got the new pickup. Great.
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you.
I just have one question with regard to that. What is the movement from MDC? What is their holdup?
Honestly, I don't know. I've heard from every contractor in town that MDC is very difficult to work with. And so just so you know, the water is coming in off of Payne Road, for the whole site. So MDC finally did give them the approval. They shut down that access. So they have to trench from Payne Road all the way to the site. Within a day of them getting approval to start, MDC shut them down. So I believe they're back up and running. I think to change, but they have to put in sewer lines first. MDC will not allow them to put lines in together. So they have to put sewer in, and then they have to come back and retrench for the fire lines. So it's a process.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, and being in the field, I know it's a big job. You just don't throw in a 1/4 of a mile of water pipe in a day or two. It's a big process. You're lucky you can do it 100, 200 feet a day if you're lucky. So yeah, it's a big job. I went by there today, DJ, and they were making a cut, so they may have started the sewer. It looks like they may have started the sewer line going in. So
They're on Payne Road now.
yeah,
Exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
The only issue I have, as we were talking fire marshal and myself. I have a serious concern about putting apparatus on that construction site. The construction company cannot guarantee me that it will hold 80,000 pounds of apparatus. And at this point, we're not putting anything in there until they can guarantee me that. I'm not gonna risk losing a $1.5 million truck for $1 million engine for nothing, when nobody's really in those buildings at this point.
right.
And they refuse to really work with us in terms of trying to get things straightened out over there. So I'm not risking our apparatus, so I put a directive out that we will put our service trucks in there, and only our service trucks, everything else will stay out on the road.
Yep.
We have to for the safety of our men and our safety of our equipment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I just can't allow that.
No,
at
till
this
a good
point.
base is down, you can't.
So once they can confirm that they can give me a definitive answer that that equipment can go on that site, I'd be more than comfortable with that, but they can't at this point. Myself and DJ were on a conference call about 2 weeks ago. Guy said flat out, I can't guarantee you that. So, you know, just letting that up, be known that there is a directive out there at the back.
Okay,
It's your call, chief.
I just can't, the townspeople, I just can't lose $1 million truck. It just
No.
doesn't make sense.
No.
We'll do our
Not for
best.
some sticks.
We'll do our best as we can, but I mean, that's where we're at right now.
You know, if there's a life safety issue, that's another issue, but
100%.
All right.
Any other communications, Frank?
no, none. I'm
Motion
sorry.
to approve communication.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Ledger status, Commissioner Stoddard.
I've been looking through it, and the only question I have is, have we expended all of our fringe benefits? We still have 115,000.
So paper call hasn't been done yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been submitted exactly, but the funds still showing there.
Yeah,
until
funds
that-
haven't been
Until
expended.
they get it.
Okay,
So that will be out, I believe, in the next 2 weeks. Next week, maybe.
Next week.
So that should come out of that.
I'll mark that down.
okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the ledger status
I'll
as
s-
presented.
I
All
will
in favor?
second.
Aye.
All in favor, aye.
Okay, ledger status, good. Old business, radio system update, chief.
So the radio system is moving and pretty good speed at this point. We have weekly meetings, weekly updates. Everything seems to be going in the right direction. They're looking to hopefully have the equipment. But at Norcom, which is the vendor, by hopefully July, early August. And then it's the install and everything at that point after that. The only thing that still is that hasn't been agreed upon yet is the Callahan site. And I believe the town manager is working on that, but that is a major concern for the fire department to keep that site active. So I know they are working on it, but that just hasn't been finalized at this point yet.
Okay.
So I know they are working on it.
Great. And the new radio for the truck is gonna come in sooner than that?
Both radios for the truck are actually here, not here in town, but at Norcom, who will be doing the installs. We're just waiting on what they call a code plug, which is what programs the radio. Once that's approved by the state and the vendor, that will actually go into the radio and they'll be scheduling an install date to get it into the truck.
Great. So we don't wanna throw old radios in the new truck and then have to change them out again.
Correct.
So they're still planning to try for the end of the year?
If everything goes right, they want to have it active by the end of the year or the first year at the latest.
Sounds great. Thank you. Chief Lapierre, grant update, any news?
We have the Safer Grant. We have received pricing from Fast Signs and Sign Pro. Sign Pro was quite a bit higher. We're waiting for Fast Signs to deliver a quote on the masonry work. And then we can make a decision of which way we're gonna go.
Okay,
Hoping if I could. Our thought is that if we could keep it with one vendor, that'd be great, but if we have to save some money and we can get that site work done by ourselves or through another person, that would you guys do, but
and the,
Chief
and,
Lapierre also, can you speak on, you speak with Eric England?
yeah, I did speak with, I had gone to Doug Jordan. Told him what we were doing. He immediately sent me to Eric Hinkley. I had a conversation with him. What were our plans were, and we wanted to go through the right processes. And he's the one who told me zoning regulations don't apply to town buildings. He said, we may get a little pushback. He said, but they'll work with us. I told him our first thoughts are to have that that shut off at night, so we don't, disrupt the neighborhood or, and, so we can work and dial in those times. And he didn't seem to have any problems, so.
Okay.
You guys, when you're ready, we'll start moving forward. So-
Yeah, main thing is I do, like you're doing, that we go through the proper channels. I don't wanna,
We won't misstep anything.
So once.
don't want nothing misstep.
Once we
Thank you.
know what we're gonna do as far as if it's gonna be a sole vendor, say one of the sign companies. Or if we're gonna have to, find a contractor to put the, actual.
Pad.
Monument pad,
Add,
then we'll go through the, file the proper paperwork with the building officials
Excellent.
and whatever they need.
Sounds good.
good.
Yeah, we won't start anything until we have official proof.
Excellent. Thank you. Truck 2 update.
All right, Jackie, so,
All the equipment's mounted, still waiting on a couple of small items to come in. Company 2 is in the process of getting everybody qualified. Driver training just about every day. Company 3's, they're getting qualified on, low truck 2, and things are moving along. I gave, companies a deadline along to try to get the truck online, first, second week of, June. I'm gonna reevaluate at the end of the month and see how far along they're trading and make sure everybody's comfortable before we do put it online. I'm not gonna rush it. They still need more training, we'll get more training. But for the beginning of June, to have a truck online.
Excellent.
so with that, I'd like to schedule so that the town council can actually see it.
Absolutely.
Maybe like the first council meeting in June.
Yep.
If somehow we can potentially get it down there.
I'll work that with,
Just so
the
that
town
they can
manager.
see the truck, they can see it, walk around it and that type of stuff.
I'll give, James a call, see if we can fit it in.
They even want to drive it.
Yeah. I think I had told you guys before, when the truck that it's replacing came in, Kathy Hall was a town councilor. And this was a 100-foot ladder. There was a stick and without a bucket on the end, and we brought it down to the town council meeting and she climbed it. So there's kind of a challenge there, I guess.
I don't see any volunteers.
Yeah, right. All right, thank you, chief. Thank you, chief. Company 4 Firehouse and Space Needs update, apparatus review update. I can talk a little bit on the apparatus review update. We were at the town council on Tuesday and presented a PowerPoint video to the town council of all of our fire apparatus and our needs in the near future for our fire apparatus. They seem very receptive to it, receptful, and I think it all went well. As far as the Company 4 Firehouse and Space Needs go, I believe the town did just point another person to the committee, so that's ongoing, that's in the works, and we'll
Building committee.
the building
Yes.
committee, they just appointed somebody, I think, within the last couple of weeks, so I don't know if that fills all the positions or not, I'm not sure.
There's 3 on, we're
Waiting for 2 more, so
So just a question on that.
the 3 makes it 4.
So just a question on that. So everything's on hold and then what happens at that point? Do they-
you've got a quorum.
We have 4, so any request would go through the council and then refer to the building committee with it, determine whether it's something we should go forward.
Okay,
Interesting.
Okay.
all right, anything else on the apparatus thing, chief?
I think the presentation went well. I hope that the council found it informative. We tried to put as much information there so that they can see everything.
Right,
Our biggest thing is we just want to maintain what we have. To try to keep, we have our ISO class 3 and so forth. We just want to maintain that professionalism. and everything.
excellent. Update, Chief Regina, this is yours, update on tablets, transition to Alpine software for department.
We're still shooting for our July 1st day. Everything's moving forward from that perspective. Fire Marshal's office has started to use the system and they're into it now. MDT's deck 6.
Six are installed.
6 are installed.
I entered them off all of you.
We've been testing one at engine 1. The response has been pretty good. There's a couple of small issues like the lighting on it. Is an issue, a couple of things that we're gonna address. But overall, as soon as IT rolls them out, we're ready for them.
Minor bugs, nothing major.
I think I wouldn't call them bugs, it's like the brightness button.
Yeah.
You know, how to shut that down because it's too bright.
Okay.
Oh, the pen didn't work.
Oh, small minor stuff.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah, so it's,
So they put on fire.
yeah, we had an issue yesterday with responder, didn't, some people had it, but it was an issue on outlines and their certificate expired. They didn't renew it in time.
Oh,
We're the only town or department that noticed it. So Nico called me, right away, we started seeing the issues, I started getting text messages all day yesterday. And,
and this is used nationally, so. Well, good catch.
they were like, you guys are the only ones complaining.
We was the ones that caught it.
We pay attention. So, but it's, so far so good. There's a couple of more features that keep coming up that we add to it and do stuff. I've got some other things gonna happen with Berlin and Cromwell in regards to some things they've done. I showed the chief, there's a app set up on the phone that it's a says like you're doing your checking on the kitchen and you check it off. Is it working, not working, whatever. When you get done with it, it'll create a work order and that will
Oh.
go directly to Jack.
Great. Wow,
Nice.
wow, great, thanks. Far cry from when we had those big printers in the cubby holes in the side of the firehouse. Our commissioner started with the
Yeah.
rip and run,
Rip and run.
rip and run. That was cutting edge then. All right, great, thank you. Autism fundraising. Any- Yeah,
So far, we've raised about $15,000.
excellent.
Not what we paid out, so I gotta do the spreadsheet, to see how much we're at, but it's only been a month into it, I mean,
Yep.
really good. You have a couple events coming up.
So that's gross, not net.
Huh?
That's
It-
gross,
it's
not
gross,
net.
It's not net, definitely not net. But we didn't make that what we spent, so.
Excellent.
We're in the profit money.
To start raising money, excellent.
And that's pretty good.
Just a month into it.
So we do have a couple events coming up, one's in North Haven at Quinnipiac College. Also we have Rock Hill wants us in their Memorial Day parade. We're doing that on Monday, Memorial Day guy. Yeah, that's it. We have a couple other inquiries coming in.
Good.
Very good.
For sure, now that the nice weather's here, you're gonna get flooded with them. All right, thank you.
And now that same thing, Kirk's been, doing this, and Greg's been doing the sale on Wednesday nights. And there's quite a few people that stop in by his t-shirts.
Yeah, I see it on Facebook. Yeah, it's great. Okay, moving on to new business. The only thing we have under new business is the awards banquet.
The awards night is June 3rd. Gonna be at the Farmington Club. It starts at 6 p.m. Invitations will went out. I hope the council did get their invitations. Yes. Yeah. So we look forward to recognizing the years of service and the department awards that night. So a lot of good stuff going on in the department. I want to recognize.
Great. All right. And it brings us to public participation for the last time. Anybody else like to speak? Public participation?
Just want to recognize the recruitment and retention committee. They've been doing phenomenal work along with fire prevention. They just recently did 2 prom promise extrication demonstrations down at the high school for the junior prom and also the senior prom. And we got a great letter today from the principal over at the high school, which I'll share with everybody. I couldn't thank us enough. We had Lifestyle Land today. And she just said, she just was happy to see the community support and everybody getting together to teach these kids the right things. And that's kudos to everybody in that division that's doing that stuff. And actually all the members that participated in these drills or demonstrations. It's just, it's a group effort and things are going very, very well. And I'm appreciative. Also with training, our 2 live burnings that are actually 4 live burnings that we had. We're pretty much 99% of the department is compliant. We have a couple guys stragglers, but Weathersfield's doing their burn, we're gonna have them get in. But you know, it's just amazing to see the turnouts at the drills lately. It's just tremendous. I mean,
42 at the company, 2 companies.
Yeah.
it's just amazing to see the turnout and the support that the guys are doing now with training, and it's great to see. So
Awesome.
kudos to the training division and all their work, and even Jack with the apparatus. You know, getting truck 2, getting the equipment mounted, getting that ready to go. You know, cross our fingers, a couple of weeks, it'll be online, and you can start seeing that in operation is a good thing. So all good stuff.
Great.
Oh, and yeah, one last thing, thanks, Bob. So we had a meeting with the ISO review person. And so we wanted to meet with her because we wanted to see where our numbers were from last time to this time, number 1. And number 2, is there any way that we can improve our numbers? The last time we were in the low 70s, we were probably like 71, which is just getting into a class 3. We are now at a 77.96, which is a very high class 3. We are about 2 points away from getting up to a class 2 rating. The class 2 rating is unheard of in the state of Connecticut. We would be the only volunteer department in the state of Connecticut that would have a class 2. And with the 5 chiefs, we sat down and it's our goal by July of next year to have another review, and we will make sure we're a class 2 department. I will guarantee it. There's things that we can adjust on our own that I think we can do very easily. It's just a lot of it's paperwork and some of it's follow up with MDC and stuff like that. But we're gonna work hard at it, and I'd be proud to get to that level.
Absolutely.
The department is, I mean, that's not only for just us, that's the entire town and their insurance, the businesses, homeowners and so forth. So I just want that to be known that these guys are working hard, and we're gonna work hard to get to that next level.
Awesome. And if there's anything the commission can do to help you, just let us know.
Absolutely.
Did you bring me those 20 hydrants?
I have them in my office.
That's awesome. Thank you, Chief. Johnny.
I'd just like to congratulate Ken for his being honored at the council meeting for his 50 years of service. And we've been up here for basically Michael for 20 years, so.
Yeah.
As you roll, John.
Yeah.
You can get rid of the gang.
Well, John, it wasn't just for my 50 years of service, it was for volunteer of the year.
Right.
But thank you.
Anybody else, Jack?
May 27th is the Memorial Day parade. We'll be meeting here at 7:30. We'll have a short briefing. 8 o'clock, we're gonna start do a ceremony, and then there'll be the cemetery visits. And then everybody will return back here for 9:30 to line up. Parade, I believe, starts at 10:30. 10:30. After the parade, there'll be a ceremony at the town hall. After the ceremony at the town hall, there'll be a picnic back here. The old firehouse and center will be open. There's a big cleanup last week, and it's all ready, so people can go in and check it out. That's about it.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? Chief
So
Stegmeyer.
real quick, I wanted to pick up our one here, regarding the recruitment retention bid. We've been steadily getting applicants in. And by the end of June, if I can swear in just 6 out of 13 applicants we have, we will be bigger than Rocky and Weathersfield Fire Departments combined.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
We'll be well to over 100 members. So what the rest of the state is experiencing, we're not seeing just yet. So
Keep up the good work.
it's all the committee, doing a lot of hard work, a lot of good things.
Keep
Getting us
up the
out
good
there,
work.
the civic community, so
We just have to keep them for a while.
we're trying.
One last thing. It's been a pleasure now that we're actually starting, Department Inc. actually has new officers in there. It's actually nice to start seeing the relationship go back from Department Inc. to the department. That relationship's actually going very well now. We're helping each other out on a regular basis. Nice to see the firehouse open up again, being cleaned out, and it's, that's the history of the Newington Fire Department. We want to maintain it. And I think the officers that are in there now, that's their goal, just like it was the past officers. But it's nice to see a fresh set of, new blood in there, if you want to say, that's eager to keep that going. And they've been doing a fantastic job, and it's a pleasure to work with them. And, we just want to keep that relationship going. So good stuff.
And if a resident, because that is open to the public for, correct?
So
meeting.
the big cleanup was to get started, and in June, in the summer months and fall, we want to open it up a couple weekends a month, announcing it on social media. So the general public can come in and visit.
But if someone wanted to have a birthday party there or a Cub Scout meeting, or who do they get a hold of?
Get a hold of your headquarters.
Just call headquarters and they can make arrangements to rent the room ups, not rent, but it's, I understand it's not rented, use the room upstairs. And they can call fire headquarters and make use of it.
And Sherry will take care of it.
Sherry will take care of it. So that is something that we provide to the public that when that building was saved, so if you need it, it's there for you to use. Okay, anything else under public participation?
Yeah, one other thing.
You will under
No, that's because
commissioner's remarks.
I'm not doing a commissioner's remark.
Okay,
Folks, I just wanted to let you know, as president of the Newington Veteran Firefighters Association, I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that on May the 20th at 10:30 a.m., the Newington Town Council will have a roadway dedication in Company 5, starting at 10:30. So I would like to have members from the fire department attend as well as our membership for the Veterans Association. And Chief, after the meeting, I just wanted to touch base with you briefly. And that's basically about it. So this was not from
okay,
the commission.
okay. Anybody else, public participation? Is there anybody online? Not that you're aware of? Counselors, anything?
Thank you for everything you're doing, guys.
You're welcome. Okay,
Mitch.
commissioners' remarks. We'll start with Commissioner Stoddard.
Yeah, I don't have a lot tonight. I've been away a lot. I do hope that we can get something done on space needs with Company 4 and Company 3. And that's something we gotta work with. Potential building committee, and I'm looking forward to that. I did talk to the chief about our ISO situation, and I am working with our representative at MDC, yeah, for helping to get that process going. And I think we can get to a 2, so let's work at it. Thank you.
Commissioner DeMayo.
I would just like to mirror a couple of things that Chief Trommer said. I've been lucky and fortunate enough to attend several events involving the department, and every time that I have gone to any one of these events, I was present today at the Prom Promise. I wasn't able to make the first one, but I made it a point to show up today and just totally blown away. Jordan, from your division, Chief Stegmeyer, the guy is just incredibly outstanding. He put on a tremendous program. And Chief, if it wasn't for you and your command staff, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in. So my hat's off to each and every one of the command staff chiefs for doing what they're doing. And of course, the firefighters, the men and women of this department have always done an outstanding job, and I know that we'll continue to do that. So thank you.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. Just echoing a few remarks. Most of you guys, already said what I was gonna say, so I'm not really gonna dwell on it. But I say at every monthly meeting that, it all starts at the top and it goes down to every single firefighter in here. There's a lot that the public doesn't see that we do. They see us when we're, running our red lights and sirens and our big flashy fire trucks to calls. But they don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And, there's probably 1,000% more that goes on behind the scenes than just going to the fire calls. And, that's what holds this fire department together as a family and brings everybody together. It's just, it's remarkable every time that I come to the firehouse and something's going on. So thank you, chief, and thank you for keeping this, chiefs. Thank you for keeping this department as a family, like a family. And the other thing I wanted to say was, I wanted to thank the town council. They had a pretty tough budget year this year. We did the best that we could to submit a responsible budget to them on behalf of the fire department. There was some give and take. But I just wanted to say thank you to the town council for approving our budget and sending it forward to July 1st for us. And there's a few good things in there for our firefighters where they're going to get a little bit of extra dough. And we appreciate that. And there's a couple things we got to work on with like some pension stuff, but we'll get to that down the road. And but thank you very much for a collaborative effort between everybody to come up with a great budget that's good for everybody in the town of Newington. Thank you. And other than that, I have no other remarks. So ask for a motion to adjourn.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
we're done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.